Howdy, Possum Patty here, and this is just a little update on what I've been working on. First, my Boho Journal update. I cut the cardboard to make the cover, front and back, and this is just a cardboard that comes like on the back of a pad of art paper. And I was going to make a spine that was about 1.5 inches, but I cut enough papers to make 3 signatures, and I'll show you those in a moment. And looking back at some journals that I'm working on, these are my little golden book junk journals. I'm making one about nature, and it has 3 signatures, and I'm making one about winter, and that also has 3 signatures, and I cut the spine 2.5 inches. And I know when I'm done with these pages, it's going to fill up this book. So I thought perhaps I'd cut a new spine, so I went ahead and cut one that was 2.5 inches. So this is 2.5 inches, and the book itself is going to be about almost 9 by a little bit more than 5.5. So it's about 5 3/4 by almost 9, maybe a 1/16 of an inch shorter. And this is the size that works well when you just take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and fold it in half, which is what I've been doing. So then I took all my beautiful papers from my Storyteller pack of paper I showed the other day, plus I bought another pack of paper of just some solid colors. Now this was on sale for like $3.99, and you get 50 sheets. And I thought the colors would go really well with the pattern papers. There's a blue, an orange, a purple, a green, and like a rose color. And they blend well with the Storyteller paper. So all I did was cut some pages to size, because the Storyteller paper are 12 by 12 and the solid color pages were 8.5 by 11, and I wanted it the size of an 8.5 by 11 folded in half. So I have a bunch of trimmings that I'll be using to make pockets and belly bands and different things decorate the pages with. And the first signature, I just barely started it, and I decided I would go with the decal edge like I'm doing in my Gnomes in Nature book. So I just ripped the very edge of all the papers, and on the solid colored ones I've done some lines for journaling. And I have to do this white page here, which is the back of this. And this is like a satin paper, got a sheen to it, and even the back of it has like a sheen to it, which is kind of interesting. So I'm going to put some lines on that. Like I said, I barely even started the first signature. But I worked on the back of the, this is my favorite one, the purple elephants. And I think I'm going to go with a lot of elephant motifs in this book. And the back of this paper was white, and the first thing I did was just put a little bit of light colored watercolor on there, because I knew I'd be writing on the page. But then I went kind of crazy with some stencils, and I have a stencil that is stuck over here. The little swirls catch on to everything. These swirlies, and I did some orange to match the little orange on this paper, and then I did these purple, look like little flowers on this other stencil here. Did that, and then, oh, stars, and then I did some stars just on this big stencil. Do some red stars. So now it's very colorful, but I think you could still write on there. I try not to make it too dark. But I want everything in this journal to be very vibrant and colorful. And like I said, I've just barely begun decorating it. But I did cut all the paper. And you know what? After, see how nice these colors go from that sheet, from that package of plain colors. Look at the orange. I really like how they go. So anyway, so here I have my 3 signatures made with my very colorful paper. And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, you know what? I didn't put any actual paper in here. Every page is kind of a cardstock weight. It's all very heavy. There's no like notebook paper or thin paper of any kind in here. All very heavy paper. And then I decided maybe I should swap out and put some lighter weight paper in. But then I decided, well, you know what? I'm pretty heavy-handed when it comes to decorating a page. And I like to put lots of stuff on a page. So maybe this will work out fine. So I was wondering if anyone out there has done a journal with just heavy papers in it. Cardstock weight paper in it. Because it'd be interesting to know, because I haven't seen any online, and I've been trying to watch some videos the last couple days to get some ideas, and I haven't seen any. So this is barely started, and I have this cut for my cover, but I haven't worked on the material yet. I keep this together with a clip. Over there for now. And the other thing was, I bought this composition notebook because I love this botanical cover. And I've watched several people make like altered art journals or daily planners or just kind of like dailies journaling out of these altered composition notebooks. Now the cover I'm going to leave exactly as it is because I love it. That's why I bought it. And then I was watching some videos on how people prepared their notebooks. And all the composition books they were using were sewn, and I think this one is glued. I don't see any sewing. There's no center page. And they were talking about the differences of the composition books that were made in different countries, Vietnam and China. And this one's made in the USA, 26th of December, 2020. And the paper is not real smooth and shiny. Kind of a dull, a little bit of a texture to it. So I have no idea if ink is going to show through it or not. But what everyone did was glue pages together to make them a little sturdier. And like 2 or 3 pages together. So I'm going to go through here and count how many pages there are. And then decide on how many I should glue together. And then in one video she used some washi tape along the edge. Kind of gives it a decorative feel, plus also holds those pages together. So I'll put a link below on the website where I got this journal. It comes in all different pretty covers. A little bit expensive, but it was pretty and I wanted it, so I bought it. So basically that's all I've done in the last few days besides watch other people's videos. So if you have any suggestions on what I should do with my composition notebook, or if you've ever made a journal with just heavyweight papers in it, please leave a comment below. I'd like to read it. Okay, thanks for coming along today. Happy junk journaling. Bye-bye now.